Finals 4 spot on the line here in Shanghai, China, the beautiful Oriental Sports Center. Nightfall here as we get set to see a heavyweight tilt between Australia and the Czech Republic. Carlin Gay alongside Mark Clark. Glad you're with us wherever you are, however you're doing so. Already 2 spots secured in Beijing. 2 more up for grabs. The U.S. and France battling for one, and we're about to see Australia and the Czech Republic battle for the other. Well, this Czech Republic team, no stranger to this arena, Mark. They've been here. They were here through the group stages, came up with 2 big victories. Most people did not expect that to happen. Most people did not expect to see them again here in Shanghai. Here they are. What do we expect?
Well, what we expect is what we saw throughout the whole of the first phase. They'll come out and they set a marvelous tempo. They went to the second round and really destroyed a very good Brazilian team, just playing with that tempo where if they can get it in transition, they will, but the ball just doesn't stick more than any other team in this competition. They share it, and on top of that, with their team ethic, they have a superstar in Thomas Stolansky, who has led this team across the stats line, and he has got performances that these guys will remember for the rest of their lives. They are the Cinderella story of this competition. Do they have one more in them, or is the tank empty? And I'm not sure. We'll find out, I think, really early in the game, because it's all about tempo for them. If they can get that tempo in the half court where the ball doesn't stick for Coach Ginsburg, they can play with anybody.
Their first ever win at the FIBA Basketball World Cup came here in this arena against Japan. They followed that up with a big win over Turkey. As you mentioned, they beat Brazil, unexpected win. They're looking for the huge upset against this squad that has absolutely rolled through here in China. The Boomers are not only looking to stand on the podium, they have aspirations to hoist the FIBA Basketball World Championship Cup.
Well, and it'll be whatever color medal they get if they get through this, if they get to that stage. First time medalists on a world stage for them. They've got the lineup to do it. They've not only got the talent, but they've got massive levels of experience across this roster. The Chinese fans love Andrew Bogut.
Yes,
they have a marvelous length of memory, let's just put it that way, about some of the comments. And he's loving it too. And this Australian team, I would say, have had the toughest schedule of any team in the quarterfinal, because they have gone up against Lithuania, they've gone up against France, they've gone up against Canada. They have performed in every single game. Yes, they've got a leader in Paddy Mills, but the great thing about this team, it's not just about Mills, and they share the ball. They're up there, 20-plus assists a game, but that's everybody passing the ball.
There you see the bracket. Argentina and Spain already through on their way to Beijing. Who will join them? Right now, France up on the USA 85-79. And the final spot will be up for grabs here at the FIBA Basketball World Cup. There you see the scores from the quarterfinals so far. We're getting set for the Czech Republic and Australia. We expect a classic. Fans from both sides have made their way to the arena. They'll rise and listen to their national anthems, first from the Czech Republic and then from Australia.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of the Czech Republic. 女士们、先生们，请全体起立。首先演奏节日国歌。
Both teams will walk to center court, exchange some gifts, handshakes, as you take a look at Coach Ginsburg, who has his squad overachieving in most opinions. He doesn't have his 12 men believing that, though. They believe that they are here for a reason. We'll meet the two starting lineups, but first, we'll look at the third team on the floor, the officials. Roberto Vasquez leads this crew of officials. They'll be in charge of keeping this game in check. We'll also have Roberto Vasquez mic'd up and hear him throughout the game as well, not just on reviews, but possible conversations between he, coaches, and players. All right, Mark, Cinderella's in the building. Let's take a look at the Czech Republic.
Well, it's whether the glass slipper fits tonight, isn't it, in terms of are they going to come out and do what they've done? Because Stelivansky everyone knows about. But the way that Wojciech, who leads this team in scoring, he was the best small forward in the qualifiers in Europe. Balvin has been massive in the way he overachieves. Kreese always starts, gives him about 16 minutes, but then he's going to bang around and do his job. This guy leads them across the stat line. He's just had a phenomenal tournament, 15, 7, and 6. There's nothing he hasn't done. There's nothing he's not capable of doing. The only question is, I've always said he's got an amazing engine. Is he going to run out now, because he has had to go 30-plus minutes every single night. And we're going to get to see this Australian roster in a moment. They've got guys going 30 minutes, but they get a lot of help.
Very deep squad. You take a look at the starting five. Only one youngster on that starting five, Jacques Londell, and he's played himself into that position, starting over Andrew Bogut. He's been terrific.
Well, and it's also it's one of the things they've had to do is manage Bogut's minutes, and one of the ways they can do that is get quality in the starting lineup out of Lengdal. But in terms of a leader on the floor, Paddy Mills is it. He announced himself on a world stage as long ago as the 2006 Hoop Summit game, where he was in the same game that Kevin Durant was in. And the San Antonio Spurs, nearly 22 points a game. Don't be misled by the 4.2 assists, because this team share the basketball. It's not all about Paddy Mills in terms of assists, but he is the floor leader, and he has led them, as I said, through the toughest schedule of any team in this competition.
Led them in scoring at the Olympic Games, the last most recent Olympic Games. Australia has already qualified for the Olympic Games. They're going back there, but they want the bigger prize at the end of this tunnel. That team right there not only wants an Olympic spot, but they want the respect of the rest of the basketball world. And so far, they are on their way to achieving that. Coach Ginsburg in that huddle, he knows that his team is going to have a tough matchup as we get set for the final quarterfinal game here in China. It's now official and final for those of you who weren't watching the U.S. and France. France has defeated the United States. France is going to the Final Four. Who will join them? Will it be the Boomers, or will it be the Czech Republic?
Well, I tell you what, Carlin, what it proves is this tournament all the way through has come up with results. Not necessarily upset. I don't know how big an upset that was. France playing well throughout the competition, but what you've come to expect in this tournament is the unexpected. And no other team epitomizes that more than the Czech Republic. So if there was a theme for this competition, them making the semi-finals would really underline that. And this crowd here will be welcoming back the Czech Republic. Enjoy the way they play. It's a team game for the Czech Republic. It has to be. That's the only way to compete. And I think they're actually enjoying this overachieving tag. They're in here believing it's nothing to lose. It could be their night to make some more history for the Czech Republic. If they play with the freedom they played here in the first round, they could pull it off, but it would be an upset.
Three spots already secure, one left for the Final Four, the final quarterfinal matchup here from Shanghai. Australia taking on the Czech Republic. Carlin Gay alongside Mark Clark. Thanks for being with us wherever you are, however you're doing so. Australia opens up with a Paddy Mills 3 attempt, no good, and vacuumed in by Tomas Satoransky, who has been terrific, most likely on his way to that All-Star 5 at the end of the tournament.
Well, Boysic's closeout was literally the way they've played this whole way through, so quick.
It's Balvin. No good on his first attempt. Ball falls out of bounds. It will go the other way. Take a look at Jock Lawndale in the starting lineup. The only youngster in the starting five for Australia. No Ingles. Inside to Baines. Now Ingles. Back to Baines. And Ingles is alone for three. No good there. Baines vacuums in the offensive rebound, but Satoransky not giving up on the play and earns possession for the Czech Republic.
It's nice when teams go out and actually just put on the floor of the game we talked about. Both teams sharing the ball really well. The Czech Republic getting after it, whatever happens. They just need to tick it over. I think they need to get some offensive rhythm going early.
Here's Satoransky. Here's a man who can get the offensive rhythm going early. He left it short on the floater. Patty Mills will dribble back the other way. Mills probing. Ingles now, darting inside. Keeps the dribble alive and turns it over.
Well, no one can really be surprised if there's a little bit of sensitive, a little bit of nerves. It's a World Cup quarterfinal. But again, the scramble defense for the Czech Republic is as good as anywhere in this World Cup. They just rotate and help each other.
Floater there by Boychik, gets the first two of the game, and there you see the Czech Republic supporters appreciating that. They can get offense out of him. That's a huge plus for the Czech Republic. Deli's floater no good, gets his own. Lawndale back to Baines. Good ball movement by the Australians. This is Mills for three. Got it. Patty Mills has got at least 19 points in the last 4 games at this FIBA Basketball World Cup. Big 30-point performance against France. Starts off on the right side, knocking down a trifecta. Wojciech, fall away jump shot over Mills, got it to go.
He has a little bit of size advantage. Again, it's heads-up basketball by the Czech Republic. Post him up, don't do anything complicated. Try and take the advantage you have. And he is scoring for fun in this tournament.
Dellavedova using the Baines screen, now probing. He has Balvin on him. Balvin did a good job of staying down. Dellavedova's fouled on the floor.
Czech Republic won't mind if Australia go to dribble. If they go to a lot of dribble penetration, it's not really decided. They're fine with that because they don't mind switching. They don't mind trying to contain it because they're happy to scramble and help. Australia have to do what they've been doing already in this game and move in the basketball.
Inbound with 14 on the shot clock. Czech Republic happy to sit back into his zone. Baines darting down the lane, had that fall off of his leg, and he'll go the other way. Right on cue, Mark, you talked about the pace of this game is going to be so important for the Czech Republic. The 2 games they've lost, they've allowed at least 80 points in both of those defeats. They want to keep it under 80 and give themselves a chance. Satoransky, floater. They're going to call an offensive foul on Wojciech on the moving screen.
Yeah, I think one of those 80-point games was against the United States. The other one against the Greek team where they were trying to manage the margin and Blake Schild didn't play. I just think it's their tempo. Their tempo is all important to them.
Here's Baines. Back out to Mills. Mills slapped away by Balvin. Good active hands by him. Satoransky will push the other way. Cleese all the way to the 10. Lawndale open for 3, no good. Satoransky, oh, stolen away by Mills. Sneaky, Patty Mills. He has all 5 for the Boomers.
Well, the great ones always find ways to help. That was just, quickness is an understatement.
Balvin now looking for help. Ruban can't get it to go. It's tapped up and then vacuumed in by Aaron Baines. Here's Mills. Ingles. And again, Balvin getting into passing lane. When he's active, their defense is just another level. Martin Krish. Saturansky, watched by Ingles. 10 to shoot. Krish with Deladova on his back. Spinning inside. Gets his own. Balvin now picks it up off the ground. Tough shot, can't get it to go. Another offensive rebound for the Czech Republic. And Martin Krish has brought his hard hat tonight.
They just outwork you, don't they? They just absolutely outwork you. And they're outworking probably, in my opinion anyway, the most physical team here.
James is money no good. Krish inside now. Balvin, good ball movement. Wojcik for three. Can't get it to go. Deli with a good box out. Talked all tournament long about how physical the Boomers have been. They've really punished teams, but it looks like the Czech Republic early anyway, up to the task. Speaking of physical, here's Aaron Bates. Mills for three. Got it. Well, anytime you need a bucket, how about give it to Patty Mills? He has all 8 for the Boomers. Ties the game at 8. Saturansky uses the Balvin screen. Pulls up. His shot no good. Boomers back the other way. Deli. Probing. Ingles on the drive. Right to the rim, Joe Ingles. His first 2, and then the turnover. The pressure defense, and Ingles is fired up about it.
Well, this is already, the last couple of possessions already been started by the fact that Australia have prevented the Czech Republic getting the ball moving. Everything's been a little bit too focused on the ball for the Czech Republic offensively. And then they've just upped it down this end, but they will wear you down. This is literally what they do.
Gone to their bench. Golding now with the ball here, number 4 in yellow. Andrew Bogut joins him alongside Nick Kane. Patty Mills already cooking here in the first quarter. Quickly the other way. Bogut swallows that basketball up. Deladova looking for help now. Finds it in Mills. Feeds inside to Nick Kane. The crowd wanted to erupt on that Mills shot attempt. There he is with Saturansky watching him. Mills driving. Threw it up at the rim. Looked more like a pass than a shot. We'll go the other way. Patrick Oda into the game now, number 1 in blue. First time we see him tonight. Takes a long time to get his 3 away and knocks it down. Well, it's not a pretty shot,
no,
but it falls. Two-point game, 2:55 here to go in the first, and behind the play, offensive foul is called. It's on Patty Mills, and he knew it right away. He'll be the judge at home.
Well, on the, there you see once the arms are extended, it's going to be a foul. But early in the game, the Czech Republic were able to do a great job on the ball. And then Balvin came up with 2 steals because he was able to stay in the lane 1 pass away. But it's the last few possessions, they've broken the defense down, Australia, which gets them into that, turns the defense, and then you're chasing. And Australia just made great decisions. Down this end, they're just struggling to get any tempo.
Oda inside, using the offhand to keep Bogut away, and got the 2.
Alda's doing it again. We talked before about he doesn't shoot the 3 really in a pretty way, but he just injects energy when he comes into the game.
Crowd booing Andrew Bogut, and the turnover will go the other way. They're actually calling a foul on that one.
Did they call the foul, or did they just blow it the other way? I'm not sure they called the foul, did they?
Yeah, they called the foul on Andrew Bogut for the grab right there. Correct call. He was holding off Blake Shilb, and Shilb, who was playing hurt.
It's great news, isn't it, for Czech fans? Shilb in the game didn't play. In the game, they had to control the margin against Greece.
How about Patrick Oda getting to the tin again?
7 off the bench. Now the last 7 points, Alda's just come in and said, I'm going to play.
That's a team up 2. You're going to hear this all night, the moves for Andrew Bogut. That's followed him from city to city. Ingles, for 3, no good. Sadaransky. Kuzmenko for 3. Left it short, and Nick Kay above everyone to pull it down. Minute 40 to go here in the first quarter. Good pace to this one. Final spot in the final 4 up for grabs. Mills on Schilt. Mills, a step back. He's still high.
And Schilt's a great defender. He's quick enough and has that extra size. Mills just gave him a bit of separation on the second move. That's just a hell of a move. Mills is, as you said, he's on fire.
11 points and counting for Patty Mills. Make it 13. Bogut with his second block of the game. Challenging Petika at the rim. Holding on the backdoor cut, finds Kay. And they're going to call a foul on Sadaransky.
Yeah, he just reached. He's not going to like the call. But he's going to get a look. Well, we're not going to get a look at it because Mills is going to get that separation and just strokes it. The Czech Republic won't change what they do. They're going to just stay hard on him on the ball. Even the great ones will start to feel it a little bit as the game goes on. Or that's what they've got to believe. They've got to just work him out for the whole of the 30-plus minutes that Mills is going to play.
Thomas Sadaransky picked up his second. We'll keep an eye on that as he's already in foul trouble. Prumpala into the game. Stripped Ingles. That's a golden 3, no good. And they say a push-off on Andrew Bogut. And again, the crowd. They're just all over it.
You know, sometimes you go into arenas and you talk about knowledgeable crowds. I don't know how knowledgeable, but their memory is just 100% one way. It won't worry Andrew Bogut. In some ways, he may feed off it, but the key thing in that whole phase is that he's on 2, and you saw the impact with the 2 blocks. Is the presence he brings, his experience has been. That's a big loss to the rotation that the Australians have.
Speaking of experience, this is Blake Schill on the ball, the oldest player on the Czech Republic squad, and he becomes the point guard when Sadaransky's out of the game. He's going to have to give him big minutes here. Good job there by Creek getting his hand to it. Couldn't corral it though. Prumpala tosses up a weird shot and got it to fall.
I just love them. They just do what they do. It doesn't matter. You know, Prumpala's got a chance to go. He goes. Manufactures a shot, but hey, every time he walked into a gym when he was young, someone said use the backboard. He's off balance, he's still going to put it up on the glass.
It's called for the foul there. That's only the 4th team foul for the Czech Republic. Australia's stuck on 3 team fouls. Here's Mills. Australia could hold for the last shot. Mills gets the switch. Oda guarding him. Mills tried to slip it inside to Kay. Couldn't squeeze it between the 2 defenders. All out of bounds with 3.4 to play here in the period. Aaron Baines will check into the game for this last possession. Mitch Creek will sit. Andres Balvin will come in for the Czech Republic. And Martin Krish will come back in as well.
It's a nice move to get Alder out. They don't need Alder. Alder's one of those guys who's just so intense. He may pick up a bad foul on this play. So get him out, protect that one.
They just do get it in. Oh! Nick Kay squeezing one home before the buzzer. Well, we end the first the same way we started it. Tied at 17. As we take a look at the Nick Kay dunk. You didn't expect to see that. You didn't expect to see the Czech Republic here either. Who's moving on to the Final 4 here in Shanghai? Tied after 1.
Drive and we collect, right? It's in a good day until now. Hope it will change. We go, Pompey, Sati.
You know, no one's numbers from the 3-point line are great, but Mills was great. Let's just put it that way. Mills was superb for Australia. The way I like the thing you love about the Czech Republic is that halfway through that first quarter, the Australian defense was really giving them a problem. They really struggled to move the ball. It didn't change, they just improved the way they moved away from the ball. Their angles of screens were better, they got the ball moving. And then it just get contributions from everywhere. You know, like this, I think this play here where they get the last one from Alder. That's their fourth shot on that possession. They just stayed at home and worked on it. Mills has had to just be phenomenal in that first quarter to really make sure that the Australians stay. He was the only one who came out with confidence. You know, he's reached the end of the first quarter already with 13 points out of the 17. And that's good in some ways. Obviously, Mills has started well, but the thing about this Australian lineup is they have shared responsibility, they've shared the basketball, they got points across the roster. Now Bogut's picked up 2, so the opportunities to rotate him in are not quite what they would be. All this information is on the official app. You can download that as we've been saying the whole time. But if you're going to mark this as a boxing match, the Czech Republic have a slight points advantage because they're getting contributions from across the roster. They're picking up all the effort plays, which is what they base their performance on. Just got to hope they've got the effort and the fuel in the tank.
Thomas Satoransky was back on the floor, played 9 minutes in that first quarter, did not score, but he dished out 4 assists. The reason why his first quarter came to an end, he picked up 2 fouls, so he's playing with foul trouble at the moment. Aaron Baines inside, rolling for 3. No good, and Balvin above everybody, snatches out of the hands actually of his teammate.
Baines has had a really good tournament. He's caught the ball really deep. There's no athletes around there. Go up, finish plays in there.
Satoransky tried to pass it into a tight space. Oda took a hit. He was grabbing his right side as Nolan comes the other way. Here's Nick Kay. Matthew Dellavedova with 10 on the shot clock. He'll launch a 3. Can't get it to go. Satoransky on the push. Bumkala with the lane open to him. Gives his team a 2-point lead. Well, 17 points is a first quarter low for the Boomers here in this tournament. We talked about the Czech Republic and their defense. They keep teams under 80. They're undefeated. Balvin picks up the foul there.
I can't believe Balvin said it's all ball. He may have got the ball in his hand, which it was all ball. But then he's a big body, and all of his big body was all over the foul. So, but we've talked about the Czech Republic a lot. They take teams to areas of the floor they don't want to go to because they'll accept any mismatch on a switch. They know where they want penetration to go. So they're almost saying to Australia, yeah, make shots from there, and we'll rotate. And at the moment, apart from Mills, the Australians just can't make shots.
Ingles, cross-court pass, Nick Kay for 3. In and out. Satoransky ahead of everybody is Oda, but that was a tough catch to make.
And that's an example of how good Australia are in getting back, because the Czech Republic have always picked up 2 or 3 of those in every game because their opponent doesn't get back. The Australians had 3 guys back in transition. I think Satoransky should have held on to it.
Faces of intensity here in this quarterfinal, the final quarterfinal here. The ticket to Beijing on the line. Chris Golding knocks down a triple.
Chris Golding's a scorer, right? That's what he does. There's all sorts of other things people don't like or do like. What no one can dispute is the guy knows how to score. Can't leave him alone with his feet set.
Top scorers in the NBL in Australia. Blake Schild will get the relook from Satoransky and knock down the triple.
Heads up, Czech Republic basketball. We could say it almost every time down the floor. Great decision by Schild to pass it up, but because
tough layup by Matthew Dellavedova, took the contact, wanted the foul call, he finished anyway. Look at Balvin playing a little point guard now. Chance of defense coming in from the Aussie supporters. Balvin down low, 2 big bodies just banging there. Balvin, the hook shot no good.
Got to take it though. Get it deep, got to go up, got to keep the defense honest.
Ingles for 3. No good. Oda rips it out of the hands of Baines. Schild. Watched by Ingles. Stripped by Ingles. Dellavedova back the other way. Golding's calling for it. Dellavedova takes it all the way to the tin. Can't get it to go. Kay, Ingles, Golding. No good. Balvin skies for the board. Well, they're getting the looks, they're just not falling.
Absolutely. The great thing is say we keep getting good shots, keep taking them.
Show now, trying to work on a defensive goalie. Sadaransky in the lane, can't get it to go. Balvin battling on the glass. Out of bounds, will go the other way.
Sadaransky's having the same problems. He's actually normally very good at that pull-up, normally very good at the floater. Still 0 from the field. For the Australians at the moment, they're getting shots that they've been making the whole tournament. Their percentages are great from the field. So some of that's down to the Czech defense, but these are open looks. Some of it's down to the fact it's a World Cup quarterfinal.
We had the Czech Republic in the group stages. They've gone small throughout the entire tournament. Balvin sits. This is the first time we see them go small in this game. Let's see if the Boomers, who are a bigger, more physical team, can take advantage of that over the next couple of minutes. This is Ingles on the rock. Baines comes up to set the screen, now rescreens. Pass too far for Baines to handle, and Klisch comes up with a poke away. Wojciech comes up with a steal. Wojciech. Oda will put it on the deck. Oda to the rim, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Just once he saw half a lane, he just got into the drive lane, which means he's cutting off the defense recovery. There's all sorts of things, like this whole Czech Republic team. Half these guys, well, 8 of these guys play in the Czech league, 6 of them play in one club. Their advantage on that, obviously, is they know each other very well, and then Sadaransky can play with anybody. So they've got all these things that work in their favor, but then you have to execute. And they never get outside of what they can do. They stay within what they can do. And it's very straightforward. We had this debate when they beat Turkey. You have to contain them at the point of the ball. If you contain them at the ball and do a good job, you never get into rotation, you never get a drive lane, and they struggle. Turkey couldn't do it, and at the moment, if you'd have said to me that Patrick Auda was going to take the Australian defense off the dribble, I'd said no, it's not going to happen. But they've managed to do it because they do it when the ball doesn't stick, so the defense is always having to recover.
But if I had said to you that the Czech Republic would be in the quarterfinals, you'd have called me a liar as well.
And leading.
They're leading at the moment by 2. Saw Bogut was getting ready to go to the scores table. He's sitting back down on the bench now. Nick Kay will check in at the next whistle. Aaron Baines was blocked by the rim, but he got his own and ties the game back up with 24. Sadaransky. Move on. There's Oda. It's hit by Baines, but Baines is straight up, said the referee. Now Oda, nice feed inside. Klisch can't get it to go. Baines tapped it off the rim, and it will stay here. Shot clock at 14.
This is physical, both teams. You know, people in the air, there's a lot of contact, but it's legitimate contact. You've got to finish that play. And Freezy's getting extended minutes at the minute in the first half. Normally he starts, doesn't normally come back for very long if he comes back at all. Got to finish that play. Sadaransky needs a bucket, needs to get going.
Ruban's 3, no good, and Mondale comes down with the rebound. Mills galloping up the floor. This is Creek to the rim. Can't get it to go, and Sadaransky first to it. Oda on the runway! Oh, Patrick Oda with the sledgehammer. 11 and counting for Oda.
A lot of temporary checks in the crowd now. They've adopted this team.
They really have. Been the underdog in this tournament. Wandale's fall away, no good. It's tapped out. Mills has it. 14 on the clock. Mills will drive. He's fouled on the floor. And that will reset the shot clock back to 14. As we take a look at Air Patrick Oda. How about that?
Air Oda.
Tongue out and everything. How about that? And Air, not so much. Mr. Baines. Well, they're not booing the dunk or the failed dunk by Aaron Baines. They're booing the rejoin of number 6, Andrew Bogut, who's back in the game.
Oh,
Patty Mills knocks down a triple. So quick we couldn't even get out of the replay to show you. Boomers up 1 again.
No need to run a complicated out of bounds when you can do that.
big. Not interested in looking at the rim at all. Finds Satoransky. Cleach. Satoransky for three. In and out. And Rondale pulls down the rebound. Hogan got rid of it so fast they didn't even get a chance to boot. Here's Mills. Uses the Bogan screen. Mills, the kick. Dellavedova for three. No good. Mills on the offensive glass. Oh, blocked by Satoransky. And he's pushing the other way. Ruban running with him. Leaves it for Cleach. Cleach had that squirt through his hands. We'll go the other way.
It won't worry Coach Ginsburg too much, but at some point they've got to get a nice, easy look for Satoransky in rhythm. Just get it back to him off a screen, find a way to get him going.
Hasn't scored yet, but he has 7 assists on the night. Londale is all alone. He missed the layup. And a point-blank miss by Dellavedova. Czech Republic getting away with murder at the moment defensively, and an offensive foul called. That's on.
Belbin on threes, I'm not sure. Yeah.
It is on Belbin. That's number 2 for him. Neither Satoransky or Balvin have scored, and they've been the 2 guys that have carried the offense throughout this tournament for the Czech Republic, and they're only down 1 with 3:23 to play here in the first half.
Well, you had Boycik today, he only has 4. And it's the guys that we described earlier in the tournament as the guys that get it done by work rate, get it done by doing all the blue-collar stuff. And at the moment, Boycik is the total of those 3 players. 4 points, and they, as you say, still only 1 down. But then again, apart from Mills, no one's got going for Australia.
Mills will order on him. 10 to shoot. Mills will back up. Runs at Oda. Gets the return pass from Ingles. A 3 on the way. It's an air ball. That's the. Oh, they're going to call an offensive foul on Patty Mills. Wow. Saying he kicked out. That's a tough call. It's Mills' second.
Really would like to see it again. We're going to get to see it again. No. You know what? At the time it happened, the official didn't call it. That's an afterthought. To me, it looks like an afterthought. I was about to say Boycik did really well not to make contact because he could have potentially drawn the offensive foul there. What was I saying? He needed to get a nice, easy one off the screens, in rhythm. Takes it to the ring, 1 on 3, kisses it off the glass.
I don't know if that was super easy, but it was 2 down for Satoransky. His first 2 of the night. Mondale with Ruban on his back. The double comes. Looks for help. He finds it in Nick Tate. 5 on the shot clock. Chris Golden going to work. Golden spinning inside, now falling away. Got it. Well, he's been tabbed as a defensive stopper on this team, but his club team, Melbourne United, he is one of the go-to scorers. And he showed you he can fill it up.
He's just a scorer for me. He can score. He has lots of ways just to score.
Cross-court pass, Cleach stepped out of bounds.
I'm assuming, and that's a major statement, you make an assumption, that Shield's minutes, they're trying to manage them because of whatever problem he has. They've kept all that stuff very close within the camp. And Crease is getting extended minutes in this first half, already into double digits.
Under 2 to play here in the first half. Bogan with a gorgeous feed. Dellavedova. Coach Ginsburg calls timeout. Boomers lead 31-28 off this gorgeous feed and layup. Bogan to Delhi. Minute 55 to play here in the first half.
Shields got to play now. If he can't play, then fair enough. He's got to find a way. If he can use him, he's got to use him because, as we saw, he's just under control the whole time. Really helps Coach Ginsburg.
Let's play now, fist, okay? Let's play fist. Let's go, come on.
Well, fist normally involves a lot of action away from the basketball, which tries to release the shooter off of Satoransky penetration.
Rugby fans have made the trip to see that man right there. He's been filling it up here in the first half. 16 big points, red hot from the Lamion. That's a quick inbound play we missed while we were in the replay.
Just just throws it straight back to him.
Yeah. Getting a well-deserved rest.
That's just like 16 points. We're not even at the half.
30 against France in their win. Big win that brought him here. Move on. 10 on the shot clock. Move on the drive. Right to the 10. Oh, Andrew Bogut playing tennis out there.
Well, that's one of the few occasions you've seen the Czech Republic break the defense down. And normally there's a read and a kick. And there's people on the wing that stood a little bit. That's the first time, you know, Satoransky's now not in the play. That's the first time that that's really happened with the Czech Republic.
Foul underneath. It's going to be on Londale. It's on the floor, and it's only the third team foul for the Boomers. McKay will come off the bench, replace Londale. And Schill back into the game now for the Czech Republic. You wanted to see him try and close this half out. Minute 33, Schill's in the game.
They're just so much more balanced when he's on the floor. He gives them another more potent threat. They've got enough guys who fill in and a blue collar. They need a little quality, and Schill gives them that.
Londale stays on the floor. Bogut leaves. Trying to protect him. He already has the 2 quick fouls.
Oh, it's a great move.
Satoransky for 3. Can't find it. And Ruban was fouled by Golding. Will stay here. Czech Republic ball.
I was just about it. The execution by Satoransky out of bounds was literally out the top drawer. He gets an open look, and it's just not there at the moment. You know, good players will make shots second half if they've had a bad first half. That's where Satoransky will come, and it looks like as long as they finish strong, the Czech Republic are going to be right in this. But he needs another look like that. I can't believe he missed that.
Schill. He'll take the look. Can't get it to go, and Ingles finally puts a fork in it as he crosses the timeline. Minute 15 to play in the first half. Delimidova, nice jab step. Now on Ruban. Banging inside. The fall away over top of Ruban. Can't get it to go. Big K last to touch it. Will go the other way with a minute 7 to play in the second quarter.
Again, Schill just gives you a little bit of extra size and length. If he hadn't been there, it would have been an offensive probable rebound and putback. Please run Satoransky off some screens. Delimidova is one of the best defenders there is in the world game.
Oda drives in. Stripped by Londale. McKay picks it up. Ingles calling out his set. The Boomers. Wanted Londale inside. They can't get it to him. Here's Ingles. Plenty of time to shoot. Ingles finally finds it to Londale. Can't get it. Neither can Kay. And they're missing some point-blank shots. Stuck on 31 at the moment. Still a 3-point game. Satoransky diving for it. Saved it, but to the Australians. Londale on the runway! A little hang time for Jock Londale. Leads to a timeout.
Well, we see the finish, but we're talking about Satoransky trying to get going. You just cannot underestimate the quality of Delimidova defensively. He's making him work whenever he's either on the ball or off the ball, and the pressure you put under them, just see it's taken him 19 minutes, 40 seconds, but calls the mishandle, they turn it over and they get the easy 2. That's just a great exhibition of defense with Delimidova.
Arms down. Yeah, but wait for the timing. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3.
One thing the Czech Republic have done in this FIBA Basketball World Cup is not turn the ball over. When they have turned the ball over, it's led to defeats. They're doing it now with this game. They have 9 turnovers so far. They've been lucky that Australia hasn't hit some of the shots. You see the last diving attempt by Satoransky. He out-delly that time, but still led to a dunk the other way. All right, 20.7 seconds to play here in this first half. Czech Republic can hold for the final look. Boomer's showing a little pressure. Try to trap. Get the ball out of Satoransky's hands. Telly trying to deny it. Oda sets the screen. Satoransky. Want to look inside for Oda. 2 to shoot. Oda got it right before the horn. Patrick Oda has had a terrific first half. His team within striking distance at halftime. 1 spot left in Beijing. One of these 2 teams will take it. Boomers up 33-30 after 20 minutes.
All right, getting a look at those halftime numbers. As we said throughout the whole of that first half, both teams struggled to make shots you'd expect them to make. Some of the guys you'd expect to actually lead in scoring just didn't make open shots. These stats, as you'd expect, the Czech Republic and Australia are going to be like pretty much going at it stat for stat. Would you have expected the Czech Republic to have more points in the paint than Australia? No. But then again, Australia have missed dunks, they've missed putbacks, so they've got the opportunity to get the ball there. I mean, and again, Mills, yes. There's not another guy on the scoring there. Alder leading the Czech Republic. That's just not in the scout report. Wojcik started the game okay, but he's the guy scoring 16 a game. Satoransky is the guy scoring. Satoransky has 2, and he had to work damn hard to get those. So it's going to be, I think, a real... Satoransky has to come second half, has to get shots. He needs some help from Wojcik because that really, really frees up the perimeter. But the reason that Alder is getting his shots is they are really extending. They are making Satoransky work very, very hard to get it. So therefore, there is the opportunity for Alder to penetrate. It's been a great first half. We worried about the Czech Republic energy. Not a debate, is it? They're right in it. Therefore, we got a 3-point game.
They have a puncher's chance to try and make their way to Beijing. 3 teams already there. Spain, France, and Argentina. Who will join them? 20 minutes away from finding out. We'll leave you with the first half pictures and be back with more here at the FIBA Basketball World Cup.
Fast break, Hager up. Drives in, and he gets rejected.
What a turn of events that was.
Wow.
Lock of the World Cup so far. Don't think we'll see one better than that.
Good drive inside. Spinning it home. Matej Konica, leading scorer on this team with his first 2 of the night.
Goal line, he finishes.
Oh, yes. Nutmegged him.
Al Gasol wide open underneath. Tapped it right back up to Fernandez. Step back 3. Got it.
That's a great job by the medical man. You get that hand get cold in the halftime period.
Behind the back pass to the Leah by Campazzo.
That was incredible.
That could be the play of the quarterfinals, folks. I mean, Campazzo has wasted no time in showing the world what he's all about tonight.
My parents gave me away, so I had no purpose in this life. Yeah. When you educate a woman, you educate a nation. It's a quote from Nelson Mandela, by the way.
that, okay? Then a dribble handoff back to Della, okay? Ingles is here, Paddy's coming off the triple, Bangers is here and out. Josh, clean up screen, look at your slips, all right? And then Bangers, you're in the pick and roll with Della. Exactly. Hey, we need to bring our fundamental energy at the start of this quarter. Get into it, get to the defense, told me.
Had a chance to eavesdrop into the huddles for both teams as we get set for the start of the second half. Australia up by 3 here in Shanghai. Carlin Gay alongside Mark Clark. A ticket to Beijing and the Final Four, the semifinals of this FIBA Basketball World Cup is up for grabs. Cinderella's still around, the ball's still happening, they're still dancing.
Yep, they're still dancing, but if you're an Australian fan, you shouldn't be panicking here. If you move the ball like you've been moving, guys that you'd expect to make shots will start to make shots. You just got to do what you do. In the same way the Czech Republic, that's all they do. That's what they do every single day. They'll come out and just try and get points that way. Their issue is trying to get other people going who have carried them throughout this tournament. But Australia, narrow lead, just been missing shots you'd expect them to make. They're still in a great position.
Started the second half at the Oriental Sports Center here in Shanghai, China. 3-point game. A chance to move on to the semifinal here at the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Czech Republic in the road blue, Australia in the home yellow. Carlin Gay alongside Mark Clark. Glad you're with us wherever you are, however you're doing so. Patrick Oda starting the second half the same way he started the first. 15 and counting for him.
Well, I think Pistola are going to think they're going to get a new player coming back after this World Cup, because this isn't this is not what they're expecting seeing. This productivity for Auda is just off the charts.
Picking up the slack for Saturansky and Balvin, who haven't been able to score. Only 2 points between those two, the leading scorers on this team. As Wojcik crosses the timeline. Wojcik pulls up. Got it.
Huge. It's huge if he has to create for himself, because that's the way he's going to get him. Huge for the Czech Republic that he gets going.
Nelly probing. The floater not there, and Aaron Baines will get called for the offensive foul.
One of those calls that's easy for the official. Palms of hands on body doesn't make. As I'll always argue, you can't tell how hard he is or he isn't pushing. And then, that palm of the hand in the back of Balvin. Baines is a big guy. You don't know how hard, so the referee has to call it.
It's Baines' second foul.
Carl, fouls are beginning, like they could develop into an issue. There's a few guys flirting with it on 2.
Oh boy, and that's Patty Mills. That's his 3rd foul.
Auda made a lot of it, but
he'd be the judge at home. Back to live action. They tried to throw the alley-oop to Auda, and Baines swallowed that up. Dellavedova moves it to Mills in the corner for 3. Got it! Well, they needed that. The offense was kind of stagnant to start this second half, and the lead is 2 again for the Aussies.
when they move him off the point, there's going to be more ball movement. You'd have thought the Czechs would have been all over him in the passing lane.
Saturansky comes off the screen hard. Auda, the up fake, the drive, the floater, offensive foul. Aaron Baines stepping in and taking it right on the numbers. Slow to get up is Aaron Baines.
It's a big hit because Auda's going, catches him early, so he's already there's a lot of momentum as he takes the contact. Balvin forgot the rotation. That area was so open. As soon as the ball goes to the one pass that this Czech team would normally be already on the way out, they've run really decent matchup zones throughout this competition, and they move on the fly to the ball, not on the catch. Same thing, they've got to get there quicker.
Czech Republic happy to sit back into a zone. Switching on every screen opportunity. Here's Ingles, 5 to shoot. Dellavedova will tee up a 3. He knew it was short, he chased it down. Fresh 14 for the Aussies. Dellavedova blocked by Balvin. Lawndale on the carry. Can't get it to go, but he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah. Well, both these teams never quit on plays, do they? Dellavedova's 3 was not his best effort, should we say, but every single shot, 3 Aussies, all on the glass, banging around, just making things happen. They're not having their best night, apart from Mills, at all from the floor. They're just hanging around here because they do what they do every day. They go to the glass hard. It's a great battle at the moment. Sooner or later, I think, though, the Australian offense will begin to click into gear and the percentages will go up.
Hondo goes 1 of 2 from the line. Pumpkala comes off and Savoychik. Pumpkala now towing the baseline. Gets the layup. Back to a 1-point game. Mills inside to Baines. Gets fouled. He'll go to the line.
It's the worrying sign for the Czech Republic as we see the replay on the baseline. It's a nice finish. But Mills can't foul, as we know, because he's already picked up the 3rd. But the rotation was just a step off down low. Baines does a nice job getting deep on the roll, went really right into the charge circle, right at the front of the ring, but the defense hadn't adjusted. Alder picks up a 2nd foul in pretty quick succession, which puts him onto 3 personals. And the unfortunate thing for Patrick Alder is he plays with so much energy, he can't rein it in. Looks like Schilb's going to come in. I assume it'll be for Alder. Schilb gives him so many different options about where he can fit into the rotation. As you've said a number of times, he will handle the ball, but he's big enough to go in there and play the forward spot on this team, and they go 4 out, 1 in.
There's Alder leaving the game, as you mentioned, with the 3 fouls. Schilb checking in. He missed the last game against Greece with a leg injury. He's questionable to play in this one. Hasn't really said much here this evening, but he can hit big shots when given the opportunity. Satoransky, the floater's there.
It's intriguing. It's intriguing. Satoransky gets going, Boychik gets going.
They're going to call the foul on Pumpkala coming around the wide screen from Aaron Baines.
Blake Schilb can fill it up if they leave him alone. You know, he really did open up that the game against Turkey, where he went 5 for 5 at one point in the 2nd half.
Yeah, he can get hot in a hurry. Schilb, number 11 in blue. Delhi finds Ingles, 5 to shoot. Baines inside, uses his body to get the shot off, can't get it to go. Another point blank miss for the Aussies. It falls to Mills, who can't hit. And Pumpkala ahead of everybody. Slows it down and waits. Boychik on the pull-up. No good. Look at Satoransky inside the trees. He can't get it to go. Both teams missing at point blank range. 39-38. Boomers in front. Ingles puts them up by 3.
It's a long way for that kangaroo to make the trip. To Ingles, though, everyone's struggling to make shots, gets balance, gets an angle, finishes and stops that up and down stuff where people... No such thing as an unopposed shot here, though.
Both teams challenging. We expected a physical matchup. It's been that so far. Balvin sets the screen. Satoransky for 3. Ties the game.
Lids off the hoop for Satoransky. Seven points now, makes his first 3, 1 of 3 from the floor.
Oh! Chuck Lawndale, get in the gym. 5 points now for Lawndale. Playing big boy basketball with Satoransky down low. There's Pumpkala. Trying to work on Mills. Schilb, jab step, driving, faking, got it to go. You can tell that leg is not 100%, but he has enough to keep it going.
Almost out Joe Ingles with that move.
Mills on the curl. Dellavedova tees up a three.
Loving the pace of the game, loving the tempo we're getting in this third quarter now. A lot of movement away from the ball. Ball doesn't stick, people in rhythm, ball starting to drop.
Balvin has yet to score. It's terrific in their win against Turkey that sent them to the second round. Satoransky was caught between sending it up to Balvin and taking the floater, and he missed the shot. Mills the other way, inside. Lawndale is by himself, and he punches it home and says, "Get on your feet, Aussie Boomers, let's go." Timeout on the floor. Mills, Lawndale, Orange Crush.
Well, 7 and 4 for Lawndale. 6 of those have been dunks. You know, he's really outworked his opponent. Let's take a listen to Coach Ginsburg.
Look, side, other side, players are free. After we make the big short roll or long roll, okay? You play the 4 position. Maybe. Now if you use him as a 5, you are open, okay? We play 3 sides now. We play 3 sides now. Take advantage of being on 4. Okay? We play 3 sides on you. You play the 5, right? Let's go, come on.
Loda looks like he's coming back in to play the 5. That means they're going small with Balvin on the bench. You talked about Lawndale getting some dunks. Here's the highlight pack for you.
Well, this is the Czech Republic lineup we've always mentioned when they go small, where they do explore one side and then skip. They do explore the side, see where the defense rotates to, and they end up with open looks. And they've got a pretty potent lineup when it comes to their three-point. They've got the best three-point shooters on the floor in Wojciech, Satoransky, and Schill. And then Ruban and Auda just work so hard within the inside. And you think gives them a problem. It actually gives the Australians a problem. Every other team has struggled when the Czechs have gone to this lineup.
See what it does against the Boomers. Satoransky. Deli all over him. Screen comes. Auda back into the game. Thought about taking the 3 and pulled it back down. Ruban. 3 on the shot clock. Auda stripped by Ingles. Ingles waits for help. Finds it in Bogut. Back to Ingles. Bogut looking for the post opportunity. Cross-court pass. Golding is wide open for 3. Can't do that.
Bogut's as good a post passer there is in the competition. You know, him, Gasol, Jokic, they can all make the great feed, which means you just have to catch it and let it go.
Wojciech. Offensive foul, great job by Andrew Bogut stepping inside and taking it right on the numbers.
Big possession now. The Czechs have gone to a lineup that normally gives them a little bit of a spark. They've gone turnover. They take Dellavedova out.
Much deserved rest. Has been chasing around Satoransky the entire game.
Yeah.
See if Satoransky can get going as Deli takes a breather. 3:15 to play here in the third.
Golding's the shooter, isn't he? Golding's the guy on the perimeter that's really feeling it.
Nice pass by Bogut, finds Cade. Steal by Creek, and he saves it. What hustle by Mitch Creek. Holding his right arm, or right hand rather. Here's the jam that finger. Bogut finds Ingles. Tapped out of bounds by Satoransky. He'll stay right here.
Ginsburg's like toying with a timeout.
Yeah, he's thinking about it.
Yeah, he's held it because it would give Australia the end-line possession to run whatever they wanted to run. Limits at that opportunity, but they've got 3 consecutive turnovers, and Australia have come down and scored on every one of them. And Bogut's touched the ball every single time. When Bogut gets a touch, they're looking really nice.
Bogut up top! Andrew Bogut fired up. He's been Andrew Bogut here in China, but he has the Boomer faithful cheering right now. Big man can still get up a little bit. Timeout on the floor, Aussies up 12.
Well, it's no surprise, is it? You've got guys out there working hard defensively to get the turnovers, but Bogut's touched it every time. And him and Ingles, well, you can count on the fingers of one hand if they make bad decisions throughout the course of a whole game. Great decision by Ingles to find. I mean, reward Bogut because Bogut's been feeding people off the block, makes a cut, Ingles sees it, gives him the ball. This is make or break now. These last 2.5 minutes for the Czechs, they just can't get any worse. If they can get it back to single digits, great. They can't be going in at the beginning of the full 15 down. You know, it's like we've been talking a lot about stuff like this throughout this whole trip. Are they going to run out of charge on that battery? Is the tank empty? They're not coming back from 15 down. I don't think they have that. They can come back if they get it back to single digits. This can't get any bigger in the last 2:40.
Well, these Aussies, you talked about the battery running out of charge. They've now played in their third city here in China. They've had a lot of travel to do. Those people have followed them all the way from Australia here, now in Shanghai. They have hopeful one more trip to make to Beijing. They're trying to get their first podium finish at a major world championship. Missed the opportunity at the last Olympic Games. Felt like they gave it away to get a bronze medal. They're hoping for a championship here. Foul called on Golden. One thing that we have seen in the last couple of minutes is defensively, the Aussies are really starting to pick it up now.
They're just going to wear you out because Sadorensky on that last play completely overplayed. It would help if they ran him off something away from the ball.
Here he is on the ball now. Creek fouls Sadorensky. 2 quick ones. Now 14 fouls for the Boomers. 2:17 to play. Take a look at the crowd on hand here at the Oriental Sports Center in Shanghai, China. 25 cameras, the biggest basketball broadcast. Referees are mic'd up. A bunch of slow motion replays. It's a TV Geeks Wonderland. 8 different cities here in Shanghai. Wojciech launches the 3. Can't get it to go. I would have tried to tap it in. Ingles is slow to get up after taking a hard fall. There's Golden. They want to give it inside to Bogut.
Give it to him every time.
It's been terrific in the last couple of minutes. He'll look to go to work on Balvin. Bogut over top of him. Oh, Andrew Bogut. Doing it all right now for the Boomers here in the third quarter. The footwork by Bogut.
And down the other end, that's a beautiful take off the glass. He's not going to guard Balvin on the three-point line, so he's actually not having to work that hard. He's just filling the middle. They're going to take Balvin out and go, well, it's not quite small ball. They go undersized with Petlika, who is really a center but massively undersized, but he will shoot the shot if he's wide open. Sadorensky played heads up, drew a contact, knew they were in the penalty, got to tick it over, get to the line, make the 2, set your defense, see if you can make something happen, get a stop and come back, but it starts by making your throws.
You can hear an Andrew Bogut chant here from the Aussie fans. Rightfully so, he's been terrific in the last couple of minutes.
It's that little three-quarter court trap that the Czechs have used particularly well. But if you let it go to the gut of the defense, it just takes time out of this set. And they've done a good job getting back, but Bogut gets another touch.
Bogut cross court, Ingles tees up a triple. No good, McKay pulls it down. Golding for 3. Indeed! Danger zone time for the Czechs now. Ruban. Auda driving inside. Floater, can't get it to go. Vacuumed up by Bogut. Creek the other way. Golding, step back. Can't get that one to fall. The crowd would have erupted had that dropped. Sadaransky uses the Petrika screen. Ruban, who has been quiet in this game. A tough layup there. We'll take Ruban. His first two here in the third quarter. Bogut wants it on the post, screaming for it. Now he'll run a little two-man game with Joe Ingles. Golding for three, with Ruban all over him, able to hit.
Well, we said he's instant. He's literally instant.
Sadaransky, oh! As the buzzer expires, Tomas Sadaransky playing a little slam ball here in Shanghai. Can he get it off in time?
Yeah.
That will count. And that's how we'll end the third. 63-48. Aussies in front, rolling.
Well, the great thing if you're an Australian fan now is that Bogut's giving you that other option. Mills has been sitting with the free fouls. Throw it to Bogut, let Bogut make decisions, and then you've got to make shot. Golding is instant. When he's been on this Australian national team, his role has always been at times to just fill up on points. And now with Mills out in the game, he's just stepped into the role. It just went wrong in a 3-4 minute spell. It just five back-to-back turnovers. They scored off every single one of them, and it's a 15-point game.
Well, you said it. It was a matter of time before the shots started falling for Australia. It started when Andrew Bogut was finding guys on three-point attempts. They were wide open. Here's one of them. Golding was, all alone. He had all day to let that puppy go. And then you see the nice feed inside to Kane. And then he got up. A younger Bogut would have thrown that down. Two still counts the same. Vintage Andrew Bogut to close that third quarter. The Boomers are 10 minutes away from making the Final Four here in China. Now, how did the Czechs respond? They've been great all tournament long at finding responses when they've needed them in big-time games.
Well, there were signs after that series of five offenses when they turned it over. The penetration by Ruban that you'd said he'd been quiet. He penetrated to the far side of the ring with Boychuk in the corner, which you can't help off. Those are the decisions they were making consistently. They got very caught up in trying to get the ball back to Tomas Sadaransky and spent a lot of time trying to do it, which then destroys the tempo. That's the effect of the Australian defense. It's got to be back to them playing defense here and getting that tempo going. I just don't know if they'll be able to.
1 quarter stands between Australia and a trip to Beijing for the Final Four here at the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Petrika for three.
Wow. Everywhere you look, someone in a blue uniform wants to step up and take responsibility and get it done for each other. Petrika with a three, that's not in the scout report.
One thing about the Czech Republic, they will not go away easy. Pumkala all over K, poked it away. Patty Mills is back into the game. Mills finds K, driving on the baseline. Golding for three. Falling down, can't get it to go. Pumkala with the rebound, and here's Ruban the other way. Wojtek Ruban. Probing. Inside, Pumkala! How about that start?
Well, it's back to 10 in a hurry, isn't it? And again, there's scramble defense to challenge the Golding shot.
Here's Mills. Wojtek watching him. Mills probing. Golding leaves it for Mills, who did not reestablish himself in bounds after he stepped out. And it's a turnover.
Well, this is much more like Czech Republic defense, but the biggest issue for Australia is that Bogut's not in it. Bogut's not in the game, so they're a little bit quicker, but the Czechs are fine with him being quicker. What they couldn't deal with was Bogut in the post.
See how long he sits on the bench for. Pumkala working inside. Pumkala over the top of Baines. 6-0 run. Czech Republic just won't go away.
Andrew Bogut has got to come back, and then there's a little bit of order to what they've been doing. That I don't think, okay, they came up with the steals, they came up with that at the end of the third, but they did not miss a beat because he got touches, and everything was a little bit more in rhythm, and guys like Golding were in rhythm, and they made shots.
I'm trying to call hustle.
If Bogut comes back and they get into that, they could give themselves a real nice cushion.
And you got a guy who can shoot.
Next two possessions are key. You know, if the Czech Republic get it back to 5-4, they're going to do something they didn't think they were going to do. They were 15 down. You know, all of a sudden they're back to single digits, and everybody that's supposed to is playing the way they're supposed to. I think they're much better when they're playing at that tempo, both ends of the floor. It's when you slow them down and speed them up, slow them down, speed them up, and that's what Bogut does when he's in the game.
Mukala with 10 points now in the game. That tough layup. Once again, all those scores came without Tomas Satoransky being in the play. He's on the court, but he's kind of able to rest a little bit offensively. He doesn't have to do so much. His team's gotten back within striking distance. You see the response now from the Aussies after the timeout. A little pressure shown by the Czechs. Deli to Baines.
Oh.
Didn't have a problem finishing that one.
I'll have whatever he had at halftime, because he pinned it against the back ring, couldn't get up. He's way up above the ring on that one.
Back to a 10-point game. There's Satoransky, watched by Deli. Wojciech over Mills. Well, the one thing that happens in this arena is the underdog always becomes the favorite in any close game. That underdog is the Czech Republic. They've been here 3 games before. This is like a home game for them. Deli. Baines. 5 to shoot. Deli checks the clock. Lost control of the ball. Lands in Creek's hands, and he saves the day.
That's okay, though. They had to work hard for it. And the Czechs will recognize that. They've just got to keep executing down this end.
Move on. Patrika for 3. No good. And Golding comes down with the board. Look inside, it's Baines with Patrika on his back. Baines puts it on the deck. Deli. Waits for a Baines screen. Deli turns the corner. Good job of Patrika staying down. Still staying down. Deli tossed it up. Baines battling. And Kumpula touched it last. It will stay here, 14 on the shot clock. Joe Ingles will check back into the game, replacing Chris Golding as you take a look. Aaron Baines dying for the LU finish.
It's a big 14-second reset. You know, they gave up 2 or 3 little deflections on the glass. If Mills knocks this,
get away with one, and Kumpula pushes the other way. They look to back down on Deli. Get it back. Kumpula been hot here to start this 4th quarter. He's feeling it. Inside, tried to get over top of Deli, wanted the foul call, none coming. And here come the Aussies the other way, up 10.
they're not a back-down team. I don't think they have, apart from Balvin against certain people, they have no one who can back anybody down.
Ingles just muscling his way to the rim and saying, "Get off me." 12-point game, Ingles is 6. When will Satoransky arrive? He's on the rock now. He has Baines on it. Crossing over. Wojciech put it on the deck and lost control of it. Ball still loose, Creek picks it up. Creek on the high dribble. Ingles slows it down as he allows Deli and Baines to get back into the front court. Boy, Deli and Baines look tired, don't they? 10 on the clock. Deli on the ISO. Deli forcing his way to the 10. Can't get it to go, but he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, the sheer physical effort that Deli was put in at the defensive end, that's why. I mean, he literally has chased harried, pressured Satoransky at every potential opportunity.
Aaron Baines will sit. Near the reintroduction of Andrew Bogut in the background.
You don't have to say Bogut's coming, do you? It's the crowd lets you know.
And the Boomer fans will introduce Bogut back into the game with the Bogut chant.
And you got to say that Shield, whatever he's given his team, has been obviously hampered by what the problem he has, because these are the moments where he could come in and give them that extra length defensively and the ability to score.
Patrick Auda back into the game, number 1 in blue. He replaces Pavel Pumkala, who gave the Czechs a spark at the beginning of this quarter. And you're right, Schild would be on the floor instead of Petrika, most likely, to try and close this game out. Ellie knocks down the free throw, and Chris Golden comes back into the game for him. .5:30 remaining in the game. The Czechs have another response. Satoransky comes off the curl. He's fouled. It's only the first team foul for the Aussies. Mitch Creek picks it up. Joe Ingles is talking a little junk to Satoransky. He plays the game with such flair and a smile on his face constantly as Wojciech misses the jumper. Bogut pulls down the rebound. And Ingles crosses the timeline. Here's Mills. They go inside to Bogut. Andrew Bogut, this time the left hand. Air ball is not there. Creek hustling and get possession for the Boomers. And here comes Czech Republic the other way. Satoransky sees an open lane. Oda for 3. Got it.
Oh, Satoransky was saying he's done what he hasn't done. He's got a double-double already.
Bogut, this time with the left hand, able to get it to go.
10 and 10 for Tomas Satoransky. He's only 2 rebounds away from a triple-double. But he just hasn't been able to get his own offense going.
Here's Satoransky, watched by Ingles. Satoransky, Euro step. Oda again for 3. Got it!
Wow.
How about Patrick Oda tonight?
21 big ones. He shot the 3 ball as well as he's ever shot it. And there's still light at the end of the tunnel.
Bogut again, same play, this time different hand. Getting rid of it so fast, the crowd doesn't even realize he has it. Bouban got rid of it quickly, he can't hit. And Golden comes away with the rebound. Creek barreling in, blocked by Petrika. Ingles all alone. He says slow it down.
It's time and possession now.
Backdoor cut, Mills. Can't get it to go. Satoransky pulls it down. Petrika up fake. Satoransky, he needs this. And gets it. It just won't go away.
They just don't know when they're beat, do they? They just don't know when they're beat. Satoransky, they left him alone. He's going to score. It just shows you how important their defense on him has been.
Bogut is looking for Mills and turns it over.
Still time here. Possession of the basketball.
Is he calling for a timeout? Yeah, I think he's calling for a timeout.
He just needs it.
Yeah, him and Grinsberg are talking about it. Pupkala comes back into the game. Satoransky kind of wanted to rest, seeing Dellavedova come back into the game with fresh legs.
Take him away from the point. Try and get him off a screen. Try and give him at least advantage.
Oda, Bouban, watched by Mills. Pumkala, 10 to shoot. Offensive foul, Wojciech. Boy, that's a tough call. You be the judge at home. Wow.
That's not a foul.
Didn't see much there. 2:45 to play in the game.
I could have coped if they called a travel because he had it and then jumped around a bit because of English defense. But
Bogut right to the rim! Andrew Bogut turning back the hands of time. Carrying his team to a potential semifinal matchup. Look at him spin here. Woo! 77-66. Boomers in front. And the Andrew Bogut chants continue here in Shanghai.
He's only played 12 minutes, Bogut. Those 12 minutes, he has 10 points, 3 assists. His presence has been phenomenal. And it's 11 with 2:30 to go. They've got to come down. And again, it's still like them to try to get Sadorensky off. Just give him a half a step advantage. Or at least penetrate at him. Penetrate at him so the guy guarding him and not helping means that the one-on-one opportunity might be there. The trouble is, Bogut ain't playing anyone on the perimeter. He's just filling the middle. So it's a tough ask. But if there's a team that's got the heart to come back, it's a team in blue. You know, and Alder,
Incredible night.
on 22 minutes, he has 21 points with 3 rebounds. Picked up 3 fouls, and I thought that would slow him up, but nothing has slowed him up tonight.
Sadorensky saw the last 3-pointer. He finally got one to go. Flirting with a triple-double. He is 1 rebound away from a triple-double. Already has a double-double with 13 and 11. He's played 36 minutes in this one. We're going to need 2 more out of him. 2 more big ones. Nick K watching him in the corner now. The slip inside, Patrika, gorgeous feed by Sadorensky. Now can they get stops with 2:15 in the game?
It's just time management, clock management. The clock's the enemy for the Czech Republic. Time and possession for Australia.
Golding. Now Delhi with 5 to shoot. Delhi driving. The Euro for Delhi. Can't get it to go. Fresh 14 for the Aussies. Great rebound by Nick K. Here's Mills. Patty Mills driving. Golding as the shot clock expires. Can't get it to go, and Mills will track down the miss. Boy, they've gotten 2 stops, just not enough. And time ticking away here on the Czech Republic. Delhi, step back, left it short.
Wow, he looks tired. You called it, he looks tired. His effort tonight has all been about the defensive effort. I think his defensive effort has been it's been defining on the game in the way that he's made Sadorensky work for every single thing he's got. And the quality of Sadorensky shows through with the numbers he's managed to still put up, but gotta score this trip.
And have to do it quickly. Patrika right down the lane gets the layup. Into the 11 to play. 7-point game. The Aussies will eat the clock. Mills now with 10 to shoot. Click on him. That's a mismatch and a half. Mills. Step back. Got it! Patty Mills restores a 10-point lead. Sadorensky down the lane. Can't get it to go, and Ingles vacuums it in. And is fouled by Oda. Only the 3rd team foul by the Czech Republic. And look at Patty Mills. Australia on the front of his jersey and on the small of his back. He's carrying them right to Beijing. Sadorensky will leave the game with 38.9 to play. That might be it for him.
He took a big hit. He hit the floor hard on the last penetration.
He's been terrific in this tournament. I mean, what he's done with this team, simply incredible. The Chicago Bulls have a great one coming their way.
He only sat down for 30 seconds. He's played 39 minutes, sat down for 30 at the end of a quarter. He's just been outstanding, absolutely outstanding. And that tells you how great the Australian defense has been on guarding. It just made him work, and they've had to work so hard. But that's the defining stuff. That's what's really given them this opportunity.
He'll step back. He wants more. What a tournament he's had. Another incredible night. 24 big ones. And the clock ticks down here. The Aussies will be moving on. And they'll take on Spain in the semifinal. Patty Mills, Andrew Bogut were incredible tonight. 12-point win for Australia. And moving on to Beijing.
Mills, as you said, right at the end of the game, obviously outstanding offensively. 24 points. Golding was superb on the three-point line as well during that period where they really opened up the game. But you've got to give Lemanis so much credit here because in the scout, Wojcik would shoot the ball. Sadaransky just had to make him work. All those things were done on the perimeter. That period at the end of the third where Bogut came in, controlled the tempo of everything they did. And their defensive effort finally got some back-to-back turnovers, gave them the breathing space they needed. And they're going to know they've been in the game. They're going to need that day off, the day of traveling. They're going to need that to regroup. Because they're going to go to Beijing for a semi-final. It's going to require even more effort. Here are the numbers, 82-70 are the only two that matter. Way under in terms of percentages the numbers that Australia have been shooting throughout this tournament. It's a quarter-final, it's bound to happen. Both teams did take care of the ball. Australia in particular, only 11 turnovers. Those 16 turnovers, 5 of them came in one period. And it's just how pressure it works. It works you out, it puts you under pressure, you'll turn them over, it wears you down. It's relentless. Mills, phenomenal. Golding, between them, 38 points. From literally most of those beyond the three-point line. Alder, wow, if people didn't know about Patrick Alder before the World Cup, they know about him right now. The people in Pistola in Italy are going to be looking forward to him showing up at the start of the season if he brings this type of energy. And if you're playing BCL basketball next year in Europe, watch out for Nürnberg because you would expect these guys to come in with a lot of confidence coming out of this competition. But how good, how influential is Andrew Bogut on this team? If they win, Bogut's got to be a crucial player. Full team, 15 minutes today, and they were crucial. Australia are still in the hunt. They're beating the teams that they need to beat to get to the semi-final. Let's do it one at a time for them. Let's get that first world medal, then see if they can play for the gold. They're as good as anyone left in the competition. They should go forward with so much confidence.
4 heavyweights in the Final Four. France, who defeated the U.S. today. Czech Republic losing to Australia, sending the Boomers. You have Spain and Argentina as well. We will have a new World Cup champion in 2019. Bogut was terrific. So was Patty Mills. The dream trip continues for the Boomers and for the Czech Republic. A historic trip ends in a defeat here in Shanghai, where their tournament began. We have one more to do. We'll see this Czech Republic team against Poland in a game that means everything in terms of seeding for the Olympic qualifying tournaments for those two teams.
I'll tell you what, before we sign off, let's just hope that those teams play the last 2 games and get the results they need. They've got 2 more games to play. They'll play 1 here, then they'll go back up to Beijing for the final classification games. They deserve to play well at the end because both Poland and the Czech Republic are really demonstrating what the World Cup means. Both of them have achieved great things. Good, very, very good teams have had to play well to beat them. So they're in a great place. They've got a lot to build on. I'm looking forward to seeing them play each other.
Likewise. One more to do, partner. It's been a blast so far at this FIBA Basketball World Cup. As you see, the Australians happy, but job not done for them. They're chasing a medal. They're on their way to Beijing. For Mark Clark, I'm Carlin Gay. We will see you tomorrow.